Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about the Real Housewives of Miami. All right, so basically, Martina. Girl, Martina's still pissed about that foot massage. I'm Team Martina, because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, just for me, foot massages, even a massage, that can be real personal. That's a very I don't know. I just feel like it's too close for comfort for me. Martina is bothered that Julia out here, you out here rubbing these goat feet, whatever you're doing with these animals, and then you rubbing at other animal feet. Adriana, right? What did she do? Where I could get was 1 foot rub in 13 years, and you massaging her feet and washing her feet. This is all I'm gonna tell Julia. Martina does not give me like she's into social media. I don't know. But Martina just give me old school vibe. She not really here for, she gives me if she is on social media, girl, it's somebody who runs it for her. But she probably don't know nothing about no Twitter, no Instagram, no nothing. And I hope that's how it is, because I feel like Martina really was bothered by that foot massage. And I think that if Martina watches the episodes, because we know that some people, like Dr. Daddy Damon, right? He don't watch Married to Medicine. He just participates for his wife, and then he gone by his business. So if Martina is like Dr. Damon, I feel like Martina only did this for Julia, right? Okay, girl, I'm going to do this for my wife, and then I'm just doing it for her. But I could see Martina feeling some type of way if she watched the show and then got online. I think that it will, Julia, you will have a problem then. If Martina watched the show and then she got online and she saw what people were saying, like me, or people on Twitter, if they had something to say, I think that could start to, probably feed into that insecurity about. Some people call it insecurity. I just call it, girl, you can call it what you want to call it. You're not going to be walking around here rubbing nobody's feet like that. Okay? Because next thing you know, girl, your hand going to be creeping up and it's going to be in her coochie. I know how that works. You out here rubbing this man's feet, and next thing you know, honey, your mouth is on his penis. Baby, I would have told that whole, baby, if I walked into my house and my man was massaging somebody's feet, baby, we're going to tear that whole house up. Anyway, shout out to Martina. I feel like Julia, girl, you dead wrong. Because the truth of the matter is Julia already let us know that Martina ain't flirting with none of y'all helpers. She let us know that the first episode, right? I can flirt, but Julia can't. No, I can flirt, but Martina can't. That's what Julia let us know. Anyways, girl, Martina, don't lose your husband over no Julia, don't lose your wife over no Adriana, who just want to dip in a lady pond, just want to experiment, right? Because now she getting up there in age and she just want a partner, right? Well, I guess I can see what it's about. Now I don't know nothing about no coochie. But I know what you probably used to dealing with, which is pain. Ain't gonna give you the same feeling that coochie might give you. So don't mess up your life, Julia, over no Adriana who just wanna, experiment because she ain't got nothing else to do. Anyways, Guerdy and Russell. You know what's so crazy? I have a soft spot for Russell now. My 3 favorite people on the show: Martina, Russell, and Frankie. When I tell you, I don't know why, I was crying. Baby, I was boohoo crying. I don't know what it is about. Is his name Frankie? Franco or Frankie? Alexia's son. The one who got into the wreck, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Baby, I don't know why I was crying. I know why I was crying. I felt like Frankie, from what I saw online, Todd said that Frankie was not in the room and that the conversation was over like a 2-hour period. But I guess the way that they edited it made it seem as though Frankie was just sitting there like while the whole conversation happened. And I was just like, I don't know, I just didn't like that for Frankie. Like, anyways, I hope his name is Frankie. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. Guerdy and Russell. I love Russell. You know, at first Russell was giving me very much KKK tease. He was giving me very much, girl, white sheet over the head. You know, that's what he was giving me. But Russell seems like he's real cool. I love the fact that him and Guerdy are complete opposite. I think that sometimes that does kind of balance you out in a weird type of way. Anyways, they went out for drinks, for dinner, and it wasn't. She told Russell about basically what the girls had did the night before. Marisol and her husband, girl, they drunk boots. They waited 45 minutes for Alexia and Todd to get there. Did y'all see when Todd kind of hit us with the... I said, Alexia got a type. Y'all see when Todd hit us with that neck snap and he pointed that finger? I said, I know that's right. All right. They're supposed to be having a co-ed bachelorette party. Anytime I hear, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to disrespect nobody out there who's had a co-ed bachelorette party, but anytime I hear about people having co-ed bachelorette parties or bachelor parties, I always feel like there are trust issues. Adriana is a hater. She goes over to Larsa's house. Larsa is pretty much giving her and Kiki OnlyFans one-on-one. Girl, Larsa told Adriana, girl, I'm looking at your... Adriana, you was talking all that shit, girl, about Larsa and her... That's why I actually was loving Adriana, because she did seem like she was going to be funny and just do a little light shade, you know. I felt like she was going to be on Larsa's neck this entire season, but nothing to the point where, girl, the girl should be fighting. Probably just reading each other and shading each other. That's what Adriana was giving me. And now it was just like, Adriana, girl, you sound like a big old hater. You talk all that mess about Larsa in the OnlyFans page, and now you over there, girl, contemplating on starting one yourself. Now you want to start showing your feet off, right? Now, don't get it twisted. I think that Larsa makes that $10,000 a day. Larsa has the following to make that money, that type of money a day. But Larsa also has put in, girl, I've invested in my body, bitch, I'm done up. Girl, Larsa also invested in her body to the point where, girl, I could see her making that money, right? So she has the popularity, she has the following, of course, and she has the body that those type, you know. I'm not saying Adriana ain't got that body, but Adriana, you're gonna have to have more than, I don't know, Chad. I'll take that back. Adriana, you're going to have to show more than your feet. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to say. Adriana's going to have to show more than her feet just to make $10,000 a day. Like, Larsa is only, okay, just showing bikini pics, probably like a bag shot, probably covering up her chest like this. You know, are you willing to go that mile to do that, or you just think you're going to make $10,000 a day off your feet? People know who Larsa is. Don't nobody know who Adriana is, right? And now you want to, girl, when Larsa told her, girl, I'll pay $5 for, I'm looking at your feet, I'll pay $5. Larsa swore up and down to her kids don't know what, Larsa, you can't be this goddamn dumb. You think that your daughter who walking around here with a $1,500 outfit on don't know what OnlyFans. You think your grown-ass children, your sons, okay? Your sons know what's going on OnlyFans. Now, don't get it twisted. Everybody that's on OnlyFans, they're not taking off their clothes. I know drag queens that are on OnlyFans. You can do a lot of stuff on OnlyFans. But I think that for the majority of people, when they think of OnlyFans, they think of sucking and fucking, period. Okay? Anyways, I said, girl, I'm gonna let Larsa live in that little bubble of hers, thinking that her kids don't know what the hell going on OnlyFans. They think it's something for moms. No, they don't. They think you over there hoeing. Nicole and her mother. I like Nicole. I like Nicole and Anthony too. I like everybody. The only person who I just don't too much care for is Adriana. That's all the person I don't too much care for. Everybody else, I can take a lead. My favorites, again, are Martina, Russell, and Frankie. Anyways, Nicole and her mother. It's been a couple weeks since she spoke to her dad. Girl, the way she was about to answer. A couple weeks. Bitch, I ain't spoke to my dad since 2005. And bitch, you over here, I'm thinking she really about to say some shit like, oh, it's been about 7 or 8 years. It's been said a couple of weeks. Girl. Anyway, she basically said that her dad uses her name, right? To get reservations at restaurants. Basically, my daughter is Dr. Nicole so-and-so, you know. He said that when her daddy got out of prison, he was pretty much like what a hoe's at. I mean, girl, I'm not gonna sit here and say I blame him. I mean, girl, he had been locked up with boy pussy, so I said I'm sure he probably was looking for the real thing. You know what I'm saying? But girl, you really can't do that when you got a family, right? You gotta go home to your family, then probably look for the hoes a little bit after that. Anyways, I put her mom as a fool. Her mama seems like a nice person. I thought her mom, girl, no tea, no shade. Her mama was giving me, is her mama a recovering drug addict? I don't know. But that's what she was giving me for some reason. But I put her mom as a fool. You know, let me just say something to everybody out there who watches this video. There's nothing wrong with forgiving someone if that's what you feel like you need to do. But just because you forgive someone does not mean that you have to allow that person back in your space or in your face. Right? I understand that sometimes you have to forgive people for you in order for you to move on, right? So you don't walk around carrying that hate in your heart and not being able to sleep. I don't operate like that. I can hate you and still get 8 hours, okay? And go on that. But I understand everybody doesn't operate like that. But I want everybody to understand that just because you choose to forgive someone does not mean that you have to continue or start back dealing with that person. If forgiveness is really for you, like the people say, then you don't have to allow that person back in your life. I also feel like when people have it where they think because you do forgive someone, that means you have to let them back. No. I forgave them, but I just don't fuck with them. Okay? Period. But her mama owns some. I won't be surprised if the mama want to be back with the daddy while this is kept. He wants to be involved in her life. You know, at this point, Nicole is a grown-ass woman. Her father clearly is a grown man. I just want to know how much effort has he put into having some relationship with his daughter, right? I understand that it's a two-way street, and I just want to know how much effort he's put into having some relationship, because if all you did was just call a couple of times and you thought that was enough, I don't think that's enough. I'm sorry. I feel like if you are the parent, I'm about to say something that's probably going to piss some of y'all off because I know a lot of y'all are parents. I feel like if you are the parent, I feel like you probably have to put in a little extra work if you want to have some type of relationship with your child, if you're estranged from them for whatever reason. I understand you might get to a point where you're like, you know what? They're not responding. The ball is in their court. So, I mean, like I said, I just want to know how much effort the father has put in. From what I can see from the next episode, I feel like the father ain't shit. I think he gives me, like, he probably called a couple of times. Nicole was like, I don't want to fuck with him, and he gave up, and she was like, well, the motherfucker don't want to fuck with me anyways. That's what I get from her father already. Okay? I like Nicole and her husband. Did I say that? Baby Jacob, bitch. The one who supposedly Adriana dating, but he gave me good Judy to her. Baby Jacob, bitch. Now I don't know what Jacob got going on with that head. And I think I feel like Jacob get dressed up too much. Like I understand he just had on a blazer. It looked like he had on this, but it's kind of like I don't know. I just felt like, girl, why can't you just throw on like a button down shirt and some jeans, right? And going on. I feel like he putting on for the camera. Baby Jacob fine as hell, bitch. Bitch, if Jacob knocked on this door right now, bitch, I would turn this camera off and y'all would not see me for a couple of days. Okay? Girl, I gotta go. Anyways, Alexia says if Peter and Todd can't figure it out, the wedding may not happen. I just want Alexia to realize that your son is a grown-ass woman. Grown-ass, I'm getting everybody's gender mixed up. Alexia is, Peter is a grown man. Listen, I'm going to say something, and I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way, but I do think it should get to a point where a mother or a father should not have to worry about whether or not their children get along with their partner. From what I can understand, correct me if I'm wrong, the only reason why Peter mad at Todd is because Todd cussed his ass out. I ain't heard nobody say that Todd be over there beating on Alexia. I ain't heard nobody say Todd be over there cursing Alexia out, right? I ain't heard nobody say Todd over there treating Alexia wrong. The only issue from what I can see is that Todd cussed out Peter. And it sounded like he had every reason to. So Alexia, if you gonna lose your man, girl, because your grown son feelings is hurt, girl, send him my way. Because I already think, girl, he's part of the club anyways. Send him my way. Girl, send him my way, baby. Because I ain't got no problem pulling my black ass until that goddamn 54th floor with that car elevator. Sure don't. Girl, Alexia, I'm sorry. I could understand if this was Frankie. I hope his name is Franco or Frankie. I understand if this was your other son, right? Because your other son, we're going to get into that, may need, I don't know if Alexia's going to have to help him for the rest of his life. So I can see if Alexia said, whoever I date is going to have to respect my son, right? And understand that he's probably going to live with me for a very long time or for the rest of his life. I don't know. So I can see if this was Frankie we were talking about. We were talking about Peter, who's just a fucking asshole and like to put his hands on women. Yeah. I think those would be two different situations if we were talking about her other son. Alexia, baby, take your titty out of Peter's mouth. If he old enough to get married, okay? If he old enough to beat on homeless people, if he old enough to beat on women, he old enough to sit there and stand in his shit. Girl, okay, let's go ahead and get Larsa and Lisa. Girl, they ain't talking about nothing. I want to get to the end. Larsa and Lisa ain't talking about nothing. Basically, Lisa says that, girl, you see how she hyped her man up real fast. I said, I know that's right, girl, whatever. Lenny does so much, he's Superman. Is it really, girl? Is it? Because he said, basically, what you do ain't shit. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't got no kids. I don't want no kids. But one thing I do know for sure is this. Anybody who is a stay-at-home mom, that shit is hard. Especially when you got multiple kids. So, you know, I used to be that person, too, who would downplay. Bitch, you ain't got no job. All you do is sit at home with them kids all day. Bitch. Have you sat at the house with some kids before? Just imagine doing it every day until the motherfuckers get old enough so you can ship them off to school. But that's a mess. I'm sure Lisa be woke out from them children. But let me tell it, bitch, you don't do shit. I guarantee you, the people who say that stay-at-home moms don't do shit, I bet you they won't switch positions with you. Bitch, bitch, you at home, the only interaction you have is with these kids. You get to take your ass to work, interact with grown people, have grown people conversation, go to lunch, okay? And I'm at home with these motherfucking children. Yours. Not a yours. Okay? Larsa said she woke up one day and realized, bitch, I'm damn near 50, I ain't lived my life. All I did was be here for this motherfucking man, Scotty, right? And now she's trying to live her life. Larsa is 50 years old out here, girl, sad, you know, but Larsa 50 years old out here, baby, hoeing. Not hoeing. You know what I'm saying? But girl, just starting to live her life. That came out the wrong way. Just starting to live her life at 50. Oh, girl, can you imagine? Nicole, I put Nicole and Anthony be eating their ass off. So I guess he bought that piece of art. That art that was $15,500. Girl. Nicole basically said that, from what I got from Nicole said Adriana don't know what the fuck she doing. She said she did a 600 person art show in Paris, but I can't tell because, and this made sense to me. My man just asked you for some vodka. And you keep talking about tequila. Listen to me good. I know what Nicole was saying. Okay? My man just asked you for some vodka. And your ass keep trying to say tequila. If my man about to spend $15,500 on a motherfucking painting, you better go get his goddamn vodka. Even if you gotta walk up to the corner store, the nearest liquor store, and spend $30 on a bottle of whatever he want, bitch, you better go do it. Because you about to make well, I don't know how much your percentage is of this painting. But you about to, that little $30 that you would have to spend on some vodka, however you need to get that vodka, you better go get it. Because $15,500, I think that's how much that painting was. $15,500 is a lot of goddamn money. And if he wants some vodka, bitch, you better go hunt it down. Anyway, she said that Martina and Adriana was going to deliver the picture together. Todd, Peter, and Alexia. Okay, Peter crying. They have the conversation. Peter crying. Here come Alexia. Alexia, let that nigga stand in his shit. You want them to have a conversation like men, but as soon as Peter start manipulating your ass, you come running around the corner. No, let him have this conversation with Todd, and if he gonna cry, then he gonna cry. He gonna be all right. I'm sure his girlfriend, when he was beating on her the other night, I'm sure she was crying too. Anyways, Todd says that y'all ain't did shit. Girl, let me say something. Which now I'm crying, right? Because I felt sorry. I understood where Todd was coming from. He had a very harsh way of delivering what he said. It was low-key pissing me off because I think that in this situation, it's a very, 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 very sensitive situation. For your child to, I don't want to say, I can't think of the word, I don't want to say normal because he's normal. You know, I don't want to sound mean. But for your child to kind of just have this, and then one day, out the blue, he gets into a wreck and now his life has changed forever. I'm sure that has to be tough on any parent, but we're talking about Alexia right now. I'm sure that had to be tough on Alexia. I don't know how severe the damage was, and I don't know how long Alexia will have to take care of or be his caretaker. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to have to be for the rest of his life, right? But I can see how talking about that situation could get emotions up and running, right? And then for you to sit here and tell Alexia, like, basically, bitch, y'all ain't did shit for him. I think what Todd was trying to say, I don't know, is basically all he do is eat, sleep, shit, and play a game. Like, you're not even trying to let him even though we know that he's disabled, Pete, they got pissed off when he said he was disabled. It was really a sad scene to me. Even though we know that he's disabled, and the thing is, he is, right? You don't even allow him, I guess, the room to kind of be independent, right? And I could see that because look how quick she comes to Peter's rescue. So you know she does that for Peter. You know, it's probably like overboard for Frankie. I didn't like when Todd was like, he ain't my son. But the truth is, that's not his son. And I think because, again, of the situation being so sensitive, that Todd probably really doesn't know where to fit in. Because, like he said, when I told y'all, when I had my opinion about the weed, y'all basically double teamed me. So I think that Todd is at the point where it's like, okay, this is not my son, and it's not. And I can't say nothing without pissing you off, so I'm just not going to say shit. I'm going to try my hardest to accept him as someone who is my stepson, as someone who's my family. But I see if I say anything that goes against what you say, then it's going to be a problem. So I'm just not going to say a fuck thing. I think that's where Todd is probably coming from. I don't know. Todd, when he's... Todd had... Wait, what I said, Todd was on their ass. Todd say, you drugged him. Can I say something, y'all? You know, words can really... Certain words can cause a conversation to go real left real fast, okay? Now, Peter is not my favorite person. Peter cute as hell. Damn. But Peter is not my favorite person. Y'all already knew I wasn't feeling Peter since he popped onto the screen. I guess technically, he drugged him. I guess it kind of reminds me of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills when Crystal... They said that when Crystal said that Sutton had violated her, and nobody liked the word violate, but it's just the fact that, girl, she still used the word in the correct way. It's just that nobody liked the fact that she said violate. Like, girl, all I'm saying is, girl, Todd, damn, all it was some weed. I mean, I understand. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I understand what happened after Frankie smoked that weed. But you try to make it seem as though, girl, Peter was over there just giving Frankie all types of X and Coke and, girl, meth and shit. You drugged him. You drugged him. Girl, he smoked some weed, girl. The fuck? Girl. Anyways, child. You know, Peter said, I'll beat you up. I think, Peter ain't gonna beat nobody ass. The simple fact that Peter said, I'll beat you up. No, what you should have said, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass. That's how Peter should have said it. I'll beat you up. I'll beat you up. Girl, I said, Peter sounds like a child. Girl, a grown-ass man would have said, I'll toss your ass over this motherfucking balcony. That's what he should have said. Okay? I bet you Todd would have been like, this motherfucker is crazy. Okay? Anyways, girl, he said, so you mad at what I said? You're a loser. You'll end up in jail. I mean, girl, he is a loser. He did end up in jail. So was Todd wrong? No, not really. Anyways, girl, shout out to Alexia, girl. I went being nosy the other day. I said, well, girl, let me see if she married this man. Girl, they just got married too. I think in Paris. Anyways, child, Alexia, girl, the only person you should be concerned about is Frankie. Peter is a grown ass man. But girl, he behaved the way he behaves because he know your ass gonna be there. Anyways, I'm gone. This video was longer than what I thought it was gonna be. I'll talk to y'all girls later. Bye.